I would now like to introduce Professor Victoria Carrington. Professor Carrington is the Dean and Head of School of Education at the University of Tasmania, as well as being a member of the project team for this initiative. She has experience of a range of universities, having worked at the University of Queensland and at the University of South Australia here in Australia, as well as having had roles at Plymouth University and the University of East Anglia in the UK. Her research interests include digital technologies and digital cultures with a focus on adolescents and youth. And so I hand over to her now. Thank you, Victoria.
Well, hello everyone and welcome. It is so exciting to see you all. As the head of school of the School of Education at the University of Tasmania, I'm so happy to welcome esteemed colleagues and partners who join us from the University of Tasmania and across Tasmania from other areas. I would like to welcome the more than 300 delegates from across Southeast Asia who are participating in this series of forums, presentation and webinars at this event here in June and in the next one in September. I'd also like to take this opportunity to extend my thanks to Dr. Vin To for developing the initial concept for this important and timely forum and for leading its development with such grace and goodwill. She has built a wonderful network and she knows most of you already, and it's wonderful to see you all together here with her. So the world changed around us in 2020, and the impact of COVID-19 pandemic continues to be felt in all countries and all areas of life, including higher education. And for many of us, teaching in hybrid, blended and online ways has been a focus of research and practice for a number of years. But for many, many more of us across our region and the world, the need to rapidly work in new ways, with new technologies, with learners in different kinds of spaces was unprecedented. We are forced to make new ways of learning and teaching work, whether we liked them or not. This shift was more about turning on a computer and putting content online. We realized that very early on. It's a complex shift that's wrapped up in issues around space and identity, around learning practices and progression, around engagement, the very high demand of high cliff face edge learning around the use of technologies for both teachers and learners at the same time. This forum is born out of the acknowledgement that much of this move online and the move to new forms of learning has been embedded in some areas of our work, but in others not so much. And that we've each learned an incredible amount about pedagogy, around technologies, and around the needs of learners and the needs of people who put together really high quality online and blended programs for those learners. This forum is one of the first moments for Southeast Asian colleagues to come together and share their learnings, their innovations, and the challenges that they've faced and the ways in which they've worked together to overcome them. So for me, because this is an area of research I'm interested in, for my school, which has a really high engagement in online learning, for the university, which, as Mitch Parcell said, was very quickly moved online in ways that have been both incredibly innovative, but also challenging. This is a wonderful moment. It's incredibly important work that's going to go on here across these two meetings. So I thank you all for your participation in this series of engagements, and I warmly welcome you to share your experiences with colleagues across the region. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Carrington.